You start it?
Yeah.
Sucker, Bumbo Clock and Joe. Holness, me. Name Shaquille Higgins, live on Main Street, man. Pussy wall. Come to me now. You are real waste, man. Yo, Batty boy and Joe. Go suck your mother.
How are you, man? Go 8 o'clock curfew.
After man plan to blood clot, Marco Polo, you come boy. Hey boy, go.
Turn on pot. You did a drink today? I drink his boots, yo.
Yeah, inform me, liquor.
The Prime Minister Andrew said, "Me sorry, me ever make that utterance."
Go ahead, Mr. Higgins.
I'm really sorry.
No, man, go better than that, man. Go see him like when you go into your car, the man that you want to associate.
I'm really sorry for the indecent language. I'm sorry for whatever I said in the video. All those bad things, I'm sorry about it.
So the police,
I'm sorry to the police force. I'm sorry to the whole Jamaica.
Alright, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. If you've never been here before, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button and then hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you are notified every time a new video goes up on SouFLoTV. Alright, Jamaica is under curfew again. Curfew restrictions are tightening again. According to the JIS.gov.jm/PM announces new curfew hours, other COVID-19 containment measures. The Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Andrew Holness, has announced an adjustment in the curfew hours, as well as other coronavirus or COVID-19 containment measures as the country sees a spike in cases of the virus. Effective Tuesday, July 27th, the new curfew hours will be from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. on Wednesdays, which means by 8 p.m. you will find yourself in your yard and you will stay in your yard until 5 a.m. the next morning before you can come back out again. On Sundays and the upcoming public holidays, which are Emancipation Day, which will be observed on Monday, August 2nd, and Independence Day on Friday, August 6th, the curfew time will be 3 p.m. to 5 a.m., which means by 3 p.m. you will find yourself in your yard on those respective days and don't come out till 5 a.m. the next morning. The Prime Minister said that the tightening of the curfew hours is to limit movement. He noted that previously announced COVID-19 measures were to have remained in place until Tuesday, August 10th. But based on the rapid increase in all our key indicators, it is clear that we need to act now. In other words, we were under more strict lockdown conditions previously, and the Right Honourable Brogard had loosened up a little bit and gave us a party till about midnight. Now he is tightening up again and clamping down again, and now party must end by 7 to 7:30, so you can find yourself at your yard by 8 o'clock, which is the new curfew hours on weekdays. I know that there are some issues raised regarding worship time and so forth, but we ask for the understanding of the public as we go through another challenging time, is what Andrew Holness said while addressing a digital press conference on Monday, July 26th. Of course, church people are wondering why is it that they cannot have a full day of worship, and there are a lot of people that support the church people as well. But these are the rules, and we must comply. Turning to other measures, Mr. Holness informed that tighter operation or operating hours have also been put in place for beaches and for rivers. These establishments, the beaches and the rivers, they will open from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m., Mondays to Saturdays, and 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sundays and on public holidays. In addition, the capacity limit that has been reduced from 70% to 50% for entities such as places of worship, gyms, bars that operate under a club license, and dining establishments. In other words, if your place max capacity was 50 people, then now you can only have 25 people in there because it is now back down to 50%, where it was up to 70% recently after he had loosened up the reins a little bit. The capacity limit for small events will also be reduced from 60% to 50%. Therefore, the number of persons that are permitted at a small event will still be 100 persons or 50% of the venue's capacity, whichever is lower, Mr. Holness. Mr. Holness said, the Prime Minister pointed out that while the government has not mandated closing hours for businesses, we will expect the establishments will generally close 1 hour before the curfew to allow employees and patrons to be able to get public transportation or otherwise go home or galang your yard. So, in other words, the Jamaican government has not established a specific time. They did not say that all businesses must close at 7 and curfew starts at 8. But they are hoping that these business owners and managers will take into consideration that people need to take public transportation, people might be caught up in traffic, all these things. So hopefully they will be closing their businesses about an hour earlier ahead of curfew so as to empty out the place and give people a chance to drive home, and whoever go take taxi, and who is going to have to go bata on a minibus to get home will have to do so, and they will get home safely before the curfew hours start. Please don't be caught outside after the curfew hours, because you know already that the DRMA, the Disaster Risk Management Act, was in fact annulled, and not annulled, but they had added some things to it, meaning the police officers don't have to give you notification anymore. They will just drag you off of the street, snatch you up, and take you in if you are caught out violating curfew hours. Look, we're not fighting the thing anymore. Here is where we are at, and this is what we have to deal with. So make with us, work with the program, and hopefully the program will work in our favor and start to work with us. The adjusted measures will remain in place until August 10th. Mr. Holness said that the country's COVID situation can be closely monitored and will be closely monitored over the course of the next 2 weeks to determine the measures that will apply effectively August 11th. In other words, if this does not work, then come August 11th, after this expires on August 10th, we will either maintain what we are doing now, or we will switch to even more stringent lockdown so that we can make the thing work. Our focus in crafting those measures will be on trying to control spreads, sufficiently to allow us to reopen schools to facilitate structured face-to-face learning in September, and that is an imperative for the government and indeed for all the parents and children who have had a really very difficult time during this pandemic. He said, at the end of the day, somebody touched me on my shoulder and said, this is all about vaccination. Take your joke, and the more people take the joke is the more we can get back to normal. As long as the numbers that they want to take the joke has not taken the joke, they have not hit their mark, then they will continue with this COVID thing, lockdown thing, open up thing, lockdown again thing, until we comply. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. Have you taken your joke? Are you going to take your joke? And do you think that this curfew thing is working out well? It's SouFLoTV, and I'll catch you on the next video. I'm out. Peace.